Dooby dooby doo, where are you? We got some work to do.
The 1970s was a rebirth of conservative ideologies. Many people felt that America was in moral decay and needed to be revitalized through increased focus on traditional Christian values such as prayer in public schools. They condemned women's liberation, gay rights, abortion, and liberal programs such as the Great Society. They also wanted less government intervention.
It was much more than a hunch that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady.
This was also a time period when many Americans did not trust their government. Political scandals such as Watergate caused Americans to question their government. As a result of Watergate, Nixon resigned and the next president, Jimmy Carter, brought hope and more confidence to Americans. The United States suffered an economic recession. Interest rates were extremely high, plus there was shortage of imported oil due to OPEC oil embargo. Both eras became tired of the social struggles and were eventually tired of losing. Keep in mind, the 1980s were called the Reagan years because he served from 1981 to 1989.
Oh, yeah, you got my homework finished, McFly?
Well, actually, I figured since it wasn't due till Monday.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think. I gotta have time to recopy it. You realize what would happen if I had...
Entertainment was extremely important during these eras. Television talk shows discussed politics, their families, and sexual relations. Much of the popular music of the time showed their openness. Heavy metal rock bands they started singing about sex and drugs. Rap also was a new form of music. Overall, many Americans found all these kinds of music to be shocking, too violent, and too damaging to the human spirit.
During the feminist movement of the late 1970s, Title IX was passed as part of the Educational Amendments, which prohibited sex discrimination in any educational programs or activities that are funded by the federal government. For instance,
Early 1970s arose a more reformist and single-issue gay rights movement that portrayed gays and lesbians as a minority group and used the language of civil rights. Gay rights. Gay culture lives secluded until the 1970s. Being gay was often categorized as a mental disorder. Stonewall riot. Police raid a gay bar in Stonewall, New York City. Violent protests occurred in New York City, sparks protests around the country.
oppression of the gays.
Make it stop today! Oppression of the gays! Make it stop today! Oppression of the gays! Make it stop today!
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
On August 1st, 1981, music television goes on air for the very first time ever with the following words, ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll. The Buggles, video killed the radio star, video killed the radio star. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Was the first music video to air on the new cable television channel, which initially was available only to households in parts of the New Jersey MTV went on to revolutionize the music industry and became an influential source of pop culture and entertainment in the United States and other parts of the world, including Europe, Asia, and Latin America, which all have MTV branded channels. In MTV's early days, its programming consisted of basic music videos that were provided by free record companies. In the 1980s, MTV was instrumental in promoting the careers of performers such as Madonna, Michael Jackson, Prince, and Duran Duran, whose videos played in heavy rotation. Keep in mind, the company was just a few months away from going under until several ad executives cooked up what became a legendary ad campaign featuring rock stars yelling, "I want my MTV, I want my MTV." This and Michael Jackson's Thriller is what kept the network afloat. Overall, MTV impact was immense in the 1980s.
I'm forever yours, faithfully. In my mind, you see I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. These words you must always be of the tiger. For 40 days and for 40 nights, I was on his side. But who can stand when he's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Go and dance on the floor in a round. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts.
The birth of computing was in the 1970s. In 1976, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak changed America forever with the Apple I computer. Computers and other electronic revolutionized industry. People during the late 70s embraced the personal computer and used it for a variety of reasons, including games, office applications, storing data, and home finance organization. In 1980, Bill Gates introduces a new operating system to IMB, also known as the International Business Machines for home computers. The 1970s changed America's technology. Today, it has played a major role in our lives since we use it for things like communicating with others across the world and making payments online. Environmental Protection Agency was initiated by Nixon in 1970. It was created to protect human health and the environment such as air and water. Without the EPA, most of our waters wouldn't be clean or swimmable. American public is a lot safer thanks to the EPA since it has achieved improvements in the cleanliness of the nation's air and water.
The 1980s marked the beginning of the discount retailing industry. Popular discount stores such as Best Buy, Kmart, and Home Depot were founded during this time. Entrepreneur Sam Walton established a series of stores offering large variety of products at low prices, such as Walmart. Sam Walton also founded the concept of just-in-time inventory, where products arrive right when they are needed through computer track inventory, eliminating the need for large in-house stocks. The 1970s and 80s were a turbulent time. If the events of this crucial time period did not take place, women, African Americans, Native Americans, gays, lesbian, and other marginalized people would have continued their fight for equality.
Without the 1970s, 1980s, the new right, which mobilized in defense of political conservatism and traditional family roles, would cease to exist. Also, many people's faith in the good intentions of the federal government would still be imminent if it was not for the corrupt behavior of Richard Nixon.
Pop culture greatly influenced this time period because without the 80s hits, no one would know what real music was like. Even till today, these rock bands have had a huge impact that you hear on the radio.
Oh.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.